Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Hey, Samara S. Puss in Boots. I know Capone, Leo's wife. Small crowd this morning, but it's okay because I'm going to say what I have to say, and I'm saying it on my channel, and it's my opinion of what's gone on in this community lately. And if people don't like it, that's okay. Hey, Kim A. Uh, hey, Stephanie Lee, Polka Dot Suzanne, Unknown, Red Dragon, Doodlebug. Uh, I see a lot of well, just blatant lies being said out there. Hey, Lily, Daily Poppins, and hey, Lupus Warrior. And I don't understand why people are still lying. Hey, Math Kitty. Uh, I went back this morning and I went back and I watched a couple live streams, and some of them I just skimmed through because I caught part of them last night. Hey, Sarah Dippity. Uh, I was listening to Brian over there for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm okay, Polka Dot Suzanne. Uh, one thing Brian said over there on his live stream is he can't host Marky Mark anymore because of what Marky's done. But then he said, kind of like Analyzer. Uh, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Frank White, somebody get rid of him. He's an obvious troll. I've seen his comments he's making, and well, to be honest with you, I don't like you, Frank. Now go have a Merry Christmas somewhere, okay? Thank you, Marty. But hey, Crazy Nurse Granny. But Brian compared Marky to Analyzer and said he couldn't host Marky just like he could never host Analyzer. Well, let's not forget the fact that Brian made Analyzer a wrench in his chat just to piss people off. But hey, neither here nor there. I'm Brian. So now I'm seeing all these comments. I went back and I watched Mandy Lynn's, or not Mandy Lynn, but Mandy Bell's live stream. And if you all listened to Diane's last night, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Wendy say they were on a Discord call with Marky when he finally admitted all of this stuff? Hey, lovable Rogue, isn't that what Wendy said? They were on a Discord call. Okay. Well, you still got people claiming they're not in a Discord with Marky Mark. You also got Amanda Lynn saying, go to Discord. Then she says, I didn't mean Discord, I meant DMs, but because I said Discord and it pissed Makeup Mobster off, two different Discords. Okay, that would make sense. Okay, that would make sense. So, did they just add Marky Mark to the one Discord just to get him to confess? I don't know. But I'm seeing so much put out there, and I'm like, do you people even realize what you're saying or what you're doing? So, hey, Jenna Moon. So, okay, during Mandy Bell's live yesterday, Marsha White Sharkey says, Mandy, you have the wrong Marky Mark. The one that put the comment under Makeup Mobster's community post was Marky underscore Mark. This is just Marky Mark. And he was on the screen as Marky_Mark. That's how bad they wanted to believe this dude. Am I saying they weren't fooled by him? No, I'm not saying that at all. Block Frank White, that's Mark. Yeah, somebody done got rid of him. I could tell it was whether. And okay, perfect example, Corey. What did I say yesterday? Now every troll that comes up is going to be blamed on Marky, whether it is or it isn't. And I believe you that it is. So, yeah, I hear you, Nunca Bone. So they're saying that they didn't have any proof. Mandy Lynn is saying, or Clary is over in Brian's trying to tell Tiffany Marie that the reason Mandy Lynn won't put her live stream back up is because they were defending him and now they're embarrassed. But they had proof right in Mandy Bell's stream. The man sat there and lied to their face. Hey, Lisa 54. Yeah, I'm okay. Marky Mark sat there and lied to their face, and Mandy proved it. Yeah, she said she deleted it, but if you go back to Marsha's comments, she says she'll put it back up. Yeah, Marky Mark is a singer, but hell, this Marky Mark could be anybody. I hear you, Serendipity. Department of Corrections, but you're a nurse, right, bro? Okay. But see, this is how it goes. When you put yourself in a bad position like this, Mark, uh, he's not the only fake dude in this community. Oh, I agree with you, Corey. But when you put yourself in this position, now people are going to start digging into you. Because I now know where you live, Marky Mark. And I can see the connection why you and Brian hit it off so well. Brian's saying he got trolled by this Marky Mark at one time too. Every comment I have that Marky or White Lightning or Mark Fraga ever left under Brian's videos, they were all nice comments. I'm not saying Brian didn't get trolled by the dude, but you know, I'm not saying Brian knows whether he got trolled or not. I say put the video back up, but now she's claiming she deleted it. But then now the story is they don't want to put the video back up because they're too embarrassed because they defended him and then found out that he was not a nice guy. But they knew early in the day that he lied to their face because Mandy Bell proved he was lying because the comments that went down between me and Mark were under the name Mark Fraga. Hey, just me. Not Marky_Mark. And he admitted. First, he says on Mandy Bell's panel that he didn't have any other channel name. He said that to Remy D's face. Remy D wanted to know, do you have any other account? But, and he says no. But then he admits he said those comments to me. He was already caught. You're right, D-Rod. Hi, Mac 11. He was already caught. So when they went on to defend him and say they had no proof, hey, M's Coffee Combo, they had no proof that Marky did this trolling. Yeah, you did. Because Mandy Bell proved it in her live that day when you were all still defending him. You were still defending him. He lied right to your faces. And then you got Marsha in the comments trying to convince Mandy that she has the wrong, hey, sweetie pie, that she has the wrong Marky Mark. Because the Marky Mark, hey, Purple Rain, that put the comment under Makeup Mobster's community post or whatever. Oh, that's okay, Em. Say how you want. Uh, was Marky underscore Mark. That's what his name said on Mandy's screen. So how, Marsha, are you going to sit and tell Mandy that she has the wrong Marky because the troll Marky is Marky underscore Mark? Your all's friend is Marky Mark with no underscore. I've got the screenshot where Marsha is arguing this point. And the dude is on Mandy Bell's screen under Marky underscore Mark. I'm like, how far are you people going to go to protect this dude? All because you got a hard on for Makeup Mobster right now. All because you don't like Mandy Bell. They had the proof. It was in Mandy Bell's. And they turned around and still, allegedly, I didn't even see Mandy Lynn's stream. I heard it was so disgusting. But they still went on and did this live. No, Remy D, remember in Mandy Bell's, when you got up on panel and you flat out asked him if he had any other troll names. And he said, no, he's always been Marky Mark. But we know he's Marky underscore Mark because that was his name on the screen. So that was proven a lie right there on the spot. Because when he come at me about the cancer comment, he was Mark Fraga. So this was all proven during the day. So if they're embarrassed of Mandy Lynn's live stream, they damn well should be. Because he was proven a liar and they went on to continue to defend this dude. It was Makeup Mobster that exposed him, not Mandy. Right, just me. I agree. Makeup Mobster has been working on this for like a month or so. Truth, I did my own digging, he admitted later, supposedly after that horrible stream. Okay, Remy D, but maybe I'm not getting my point across. I went up on panel and I said, how I came across Marky. And how I come across him was like, I don't know, anywhere from 7 to 9 months ago. I left a comment under a video about Makeup Mobster. And I said, wow. He came at me with this cancer comment, but he came at me under the name Mark Fraga, not Marky Mark. So then he lies to your face, Remy D, and says he doesn't have any other comments. I mean, any other channel names. He's always been Marky Mark. But it was just proven because then he goes on to admit, yeah, that's me. I said that to the truth. Yeah, they had the facts. I mean, you know what, Crazy Nurse Granny? I'll even give them a bone. I'll even throw them a bone. Okay, Corey, have a good one. I'll even throw them a bone and say they weren't totally convinced that uh, this wasn't this horrible troll going after Makeup Mobster and Mandy. but they at least had proof that he was not a very honest person. Yeah, guys, we can all get along in chat. I mean, there's no reason to not get along in chat here. I mean, they at least had proof that he was not being honest. He admitted it on Mandy's panel. Yeah, I thought that was a little overboard too, just because he got upset because what? I defended somebody's innocence better than Brian defended their guilt. But then come to find out, I now understand his relation to that case. I now understand why Marky is passionate about that case. But even if we give them the benefit of the doubt that they weren't convinced that Marky was this troll doing these mean things to people, they at least had to have some sort of doubt because it was there. It was put in front of their face. Remy D got lied to right to her face. He didn't admit it until over 3 hours in Discord after Mandy's live. Just me. Okay, I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that didn't happen. What I'm saying is they knew hours before that he was not being honest because he came at me with the horrible cancer comment under Mark Fraga. He admitted that was him that made that comment. But then within the same breath, he says, "Oh, I've always just been Marky Mark." Yes, he lied on Mandy's panel. He did, Boots. Thank you. And it was clear as day. And I'm sitting there going, okay, these people are going to figure this out. Good morning, sweet Melissa. I'm thinking, okay, these are intelligent people. They're going to figure it out. But then I go back and watch Mandy's live today. And I'm sorry, guys, but you either are so blinded by your dislike for Mandy and Makeup Mobster. You're either blinded, so Bodie Blue, but you're not understanding. Oh, you're saying you agreed you had suspicions. Okay, I'll buy that. But then to go on to a panel that you're obviously so embarrassed by. I didn't see it. I didn't see Mandy Lynn, so I don't know. All I'm hearing is they were so embarrassed because they defended this dude to the end. That's okay, just me. Why would you do a panel? Exactly, Lisa 54. It came to light on Mandy's panel hours before they went on a panel and defended him to the point they were discussing Makeup Mobster in a horrible way. That's what I'm getting. Nobody will put the damn live back up. Makeup Mobster's marriage was attacked. That's what I'm hearing too, Remy. But you just got handed facts and your dislike for Makeup Mobster and your dislike for Mandy shaded your judgment so much that I don't care how much you dislike, I don't care how much you dislike Makeup Mobster. You have never been able to show that she's done any really shady shit in this community. As a matter of fact, everyone has apologized and fully admitted they were wrong. What do you want out of putting the live back up? Serious question. All right, guys in chat, you all can answer Sarah F. Because It's people in the chat that want to see the live. So my whole point about the live is I don't care if I see the live or not. It doesn't phase me one way or the other. They've admitted that they went on to defend him even after they saw proof. Truth, we spent 5 or 6 hours researching him before the panel. The info we had made us very defensive about Mark. We spent 5 or 6 hours researching him before the panel. The info we had made us very defensive, because I can tell you, I've researched Mark, and the info that I found would not make me defend him. The info that I've come across would make me go, wow, this dude is just not honest about nothing. After I subbed Mark Fraga, get this, after he changed his name, I made a comment on one a few videos and told him that Marky Mark was lame and he should change it back to Mark Fraga. Yeah, I knew Marky Mark was at one point Mark Fraga. Oh, and he said, you mean this one? Yeah, Boots. Kimmy P, we clearly didn't have all of it. Okay, Kimmy P, again, I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt on that. I'm not saying that you ladies all went on this campaign to defend this creepy troll without, but you have to admit, Kimmy P, he at least showed you he wasn't a very honest person in Mandy Bell's live stream. So if that didn't make a few words or a few things go ding, 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 and then go on to do a panel where Makeup Mobster is allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly because I did not see Mandy Lynn's, I didn't see her live. So I'm going to, again, give her the benefit of the doubt. But Makeup Mobster was allegedly raked across the coals. Why this dude is still being defended. But you had seen proof earlier in the day that he wasn't an honest guy. So basically what happened was somebody that's been in this community for a very long time, who's never really shown any shadiness. I mean, yeah, she's talked some smack, but I've never known Makeup Mobster to be busted on any real shadiness. You all took the word of a known liar. We didn't think he was lying on Mandy Bell's. Kimmy, how could you not know he was lying? It was proven. Go back and watch Mandy Bell's. He admitted he said those comments to me about the cancer, but then turns around and claims he never had another account other than Marky Mark. But he was busted right there on Mandy Bell's panel. That's what, Kimmy P, you're an intelligent lady. So when I went to bed. I didn't even know Mandy Lynn and them went live. Hey, Kindness Matters. Exactly, Ems. Their desire to make Makeup Mobster look bad overshadowed their ability to see things clearly. That is exactly right. They wanted Makeup Mobster to be this paranoid, just out of this world freak that they chose to believe somebody that they didn't really know a lot about. I mean, now everybody's coming up saying, Well, I haven't really known him that long, but he's always been very nice to me. Uh, okay, I'll say he's been very nice to you all too. But they took somebody that they know for a fact. You don't have to like her. You can even be pissed off at her. But they took somebody that they know for a fact is not shady. Look at Purple Rain's comment. Okay. You all should see the live where he was real curious about whether CPS calls could be tracked. It might still be up. Brian was on it. Whose channel was it on, Purple Rain? Because I know he's gone on Brian's channel a couple times. I agree, Remy D. The attitude, well, it didn't happen to me. I mean, there were still people saying in chat yesterday, before he admitted all of this, there's still people saying, well, I think some of his trolls were funny. They were saying the cancer comments were a long time ago and he said he was sorry. Val, I even agree with them on that because even I forgave the dude. He said it. I went to his channel. I tracked him down. I confronted him. He apologized. Even I moved on. But he lied on Mandy Bell's panel saying he's never had another channel when Mandy Bell clearly showed that he did. He was Mark Fraga. And then this other live goes on. All right, Purple Rain. I'd like to see that, or at least send it to Laura, Purple Rain, if you can. So then this other live goes on where he lies to Remy D's face. Exactly, Boots. That's where I found him. It was Pink that gave him the nickname Marky Mark, I think. And that's where I found him. I stumbled across him one day. He was still Mark Fraga over on Pink's. And I was like, ooh, that's that dude that said that bad comment to me. So I clicked on his channel. I went over there. I left him a comment. He apologized and I moved on. But then he blatantly lied on Mandy Bells. He was caught. He asked how Fraga was spelled when asked if he was exactly right. Pink gave him the name Marky Mark. He took his shirt off. Yes, he did a little strip tease over on Pink's channel. But then, okay, so let's move on to uh, Republican Ash. She goes on a live stream, and yes, me and Laura, we had it out because I didn't think Laura should go to Republican Ash's to voice her opinion on this because Ash's feelings were hurt because she obviously got closer to Mark than some people did. But me and Laura had words. We both got over it. Okay, not a big deal. So then we go over to Republican Ashes. I was gonna say something like that about what happened on Republican Ashes. It didn't really have anything to. Yeah, I am a good friend to Laura. Laura's a good friend to me. That doesn't mean we see eye to eye on everything. Laura calls me out and I call her out. It is very sad about Republican Ash. Hey, Cash. Yeah, sorry to say, Cash, you're right. And like I said yesterday, now every freaking troll that comes into this community is going to be pointed as Marky Mark when there could be some other person out there doing things just as bad as Marky did. And Marky's going to take the rap for it. I don't know, never, Otter, even. I don't know. I mean, they live thousands of miles apart. All I know is she became very good friends with him, or who she thought he was. And he misled her. So thank you, Cash. I totally agree, Marty McFly. The problem with this community is people are so involved in their cliques and absorbed by hate for some, they are blinded by the truth, even when confronted with evidence. I totally agree, Marty. You couldn't have said it any, I couldn't have said it any better. Because of their disdain for Makeup Mobster and Mandy, they chose to continue to believe a man who just lied to their faces on Mandy's panel. So anybody that listened to Mandy Lynn's uh, live stream, I didn't watch it. I was in bed. I didn't catch it. Exactly, Dopa. But did anybody in that live stream or in the chat say, guys, he did lie on Mandy Bell's. He did lie to us. Did that even get discussed? That he did lie to them to their faces. To their faces. Did anybody even admit that on Mandy Lynn's thing? Or was it just go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard at Makeup Mobster until, truth, do you know if he's really an RN? Dova, I could tell you, I doubt very seriously that this gentleman holds a position like that. Could I say for a fact that the dude's not a nurse? No. No. But I can tell you from what I found, it would be hard to get into that position with certain things that are known about him. And I'm sorry, Marky, if you're out there listening, you set yourself up to be looked into. Try to tell you this yesterday. Don't put yourself in the line of suspicion. Don't do creepy shit, because if you do creepy shit, you're going to continue. People are going to look into you and see just who you are. Brian just admitted it over on his live. Exactly, Lisa 54. Exactly. So then let's move over to Diane and Wendy's, where they went live. Wendy was upset because Laura went on Republican Ashes. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Before it was over, Wendy had calmed down. But John Crimes gets up there and he speaks his truth. He defended his friend, Makeup Mobster. Isn't that what everybody was doing for Marky Mark? Wasn't everybody defending Marky Mark? I mean, so much so that they were being so horrible to Makeup Mobster because they were defending their friend, Marky Mark. John gets up there and defends his friend, Makeup Mobster. And the thing said about John in Diane's chat was freaking disgusting. He was defending his friend, Makeup Mobster, who actually had proof that she was right and everybody else was wrong, or a couple of them were right and everybody else was wrong. They defended Marky, obviously knowing he lied in Mandy Bell's. And then John makes Mary Ann cry. Aw. Do I want to see anybody cry? Nope. Do I want to see Mary Ann cry? Nope. But if you've ever caught me crying, it's because I was embarrassed by my behavior. Like in the live stream that I came back and I made an apology and I broke down and I started crying. So why was Mary Ann really crying? And no one knows when Makeup Mobster cried, right? I just didn't understand all of the hurtful, hateful things being said to John when he didn't really do anything to Mary Ann to make her cry. She just started crying because maybe she was overwhelmed, or it wasn't because John was attacking her. He didn't attack Mary Ann. He put facts in her face and she started crying. Again, I don't want to see anybody cry. Oh, I totally agree with you, Val. I find it very hypocritical that Hello Starlight claimed that John was being aggressive with her and that Wendy should not allow a man to speak to her like that. Hmm. I'm sorry, Hello Starlight. I'm pretty sure you said in someone's chat that has been way more aggressive to a woman than John was. But I forgot, Marianne, it's because you don't like that person that it's tolerable, right? And Brian's chat, we're all focused on, okay, well, first of all, they misquoted Makeup Mobster's comment. And I'm sorry, but I got to give Brian props here. He did say he understood why Makeup Mobster said what she said, because when you're upset, you say stuff. I mean, Brian did say that. Daily Poppins, read my comment. Okay, hold on, Daily Poppins. Damn, I missed you, Daily Poppins. You're way up there. Well, was it a long comment? Can you read? Yeah, they can defend that POS, but not Makeup Mobster. I agree. Is that the comment you wanted me to read? So I got to be honest with you. When Marianne started crying, I wasn't sitting in the in the bleachers going, "Yay, John's got Marianne crying." But I also don't believe that John's intentions were to make her cry. I don't think John was sitting there going, "I'm going to go so hard at this lady that I'm going to make her cry." I don't think so. But John also put out nothing but facts. So if you start crying because somebody is putting facts in your face, then you're the one with the problem, not the person putting the facts out there. Oh yeah, the old Baba, that definitely applied to Marianne last night. I'm sorry, Marianne, but some things come back to haunt you. And then you have Ash 274. Oh my God. Does this chick ever stop running her mouth? ever. The comments that she was making in Diane's, I was literally laughing about because she was saying things like, how about Makeup Mobster telling somebody to go rub their face on a vagina? That is disgusting. That is so disgusting. She repeated this several times. But they didn't have any problem when Marianne, Hello Starlight, was running around talking about my vagina, did they? Oh, that was just good, clean fun. That was just good, clean fun. That's just Hello Starlight talking about somebody's vagina. But God forbid if Makeup Mobster says something about a vagina. So much hypocrisy. You're right, Abiel. No, her mods were horrible last night. I'm sorry, Diane, if you're listening. Your mods were totally out of control last night. Not Diane's fault. She can't, what's she going to do? Sit and unwrench all of them? But they were horrible. That one, what is, I don't know, she's new. She's a new mod. The things, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. And I know there were 700 or 800 people in there. I get it. But Wendy admitted she didn't know much about what was going on. Wendy could have been watching that chat and saying, all right, guys, the DWAP guy spoke to Laura horrible, but heaven forbid John get a little loud. Oh, I totally agree. I used to follow DWAP until him and Jay for Justice pulled a stunt on April 1st. And after that stunt, I said, done, done. Because on April 1st, they came out with this April Fool's joke they thought would be so cool. To say that Chris Watts had escaped from prison. They thought that was so funny. Oh, totally agree, Val. Val says, I thought it didn't matter if it's a woman. You should be treated how you dish it out. Don't poke the bear if you don't want to come at you. Hey, that's exactly what they said about Brian, wasn't it, Val? That's exactly what they said about Brian. But John can put some facts out there and make Marianne cry. And Marianne's in the chat saying, I'm so disappointed. I can't believe you all are allowing this. I can't believe you all are allowing this. Allowing what? Allowing John to defend his friend that was a victim of the man that you all were defending? I don't understand. I'm sitting there watching this going, why is this so freaking, why has this got to be this way? Is this live still up? Diane's live? I think so, Dana. Diane doesn't delete very much. So I see Mandy Lynn running around saying, I'll post my live tomorrow. Then she says she deleted it. I see people saying there was no Discord, then people admitting there was a Discord, but that's been explained, two different Discords. So I'll give them that. But then you got John putting facts out for his friend that had been proven a liar earlier in the day. She said makeup mobster couldn't pry it from her cold, dead hands. That's because Purple Rain, they screwed up. And instead of just saying, we owe makeup mobster an apology for going at her that way, instead of just saying that, they came back and said, oh, but we didn't know about Marky Mark. Yeah, you did at that point. You did. And even if you didn't know, did you really have to attack her marriage and everything else? It's not deleted, it's on private. I went back into my notifications. Well, then she lied, Remy D, because last night she said she deleted it. So this is what I'm talking about. There's a whole lot of lying going out there because Mandy Lynn said she deleted it. Now, Mandy Lynn, you gonna call me a liar on that? That's what I'm saying. Serendipity. I woke up this morning and all these. I'm going back and just watching bits and pieces of all this stuff, and I was like, why is everybody running around lying? Why are you saying you didn't know that anything about Marky Mark when you did your live stream? Yes, you did. Mandy Bell proved something about him. She proved he was a liar. He admitted to Mark Fraga. He didn't have any choice. Mandy Lynn also said her friend called CPS. Now she's saying she called CPS. Another lie. Yeah, I can't even keep up with that stuff. She bounced back and forth whether it was her friend or her. I confronted her about that. But I love how these same people, I can't believe you're allowing this, Diane and Wendy. Why not? Diane and Wendy did nothing wrong by allowing John to get up there. Nothing. Yes, exactly, Boots. They were in that stream until Mandy finished it. But then, oh, he made Marianne cry. Aw, he made Marianne cry. Well, I got to be honest with you. I don't want to see her cry. But I didn't have, nothing was really pulling at my heartstrings last night because they set in chats where somebody says really horrible, disgusting things about people. And it's all just good, clean fun. Oh, it's just good, clean fun. No, we did it. We talked about being hypocrites yesterday. Mandy Bell got up here and said, she's been a hypocrite before. I'm really beginning to wonder if I really ever have been a hypocrite. Maybe I have, but this every day, what's your email? I literally just went right now and took the screenshot. Remy D, you're not talking to me, are you? Because I don't know what you took a screenshot of. Exactly, Kathy K. It worked. Oh, I believe you, Remy D. But you'll get called a liar because go back and listen to Mandy Lynn's video or thing, and she'll tell you she deleted it. Or I might have a screenshot somewhere where she admitted deleting it. Yep, they need Babas, don't they? Or they need to log off, boo boo. Log off, boo boo. Or you need a bye bye. See, this is the kind of shit you all run around and do to other people. And then when it bites you back, you cry. I do try to own what I say and do, Yaya. So this stuff, they can run around and they can make comments about vaginas, mine in particular. Oh, that was funny. This is Marianne commenting about my vagina. Oh, that was funny. She was just being funny. But I bet I watched Ash274 throw that vagina comment in Makeup Mobster's face 6, 7 times last night in Diane and Wendy's chat. So I didn't even see Makeup Mobster's vagina comment. I don't even know who it was directed at. Just me. Who is HS? Hello, Starlight. But, oh, wait a minute, Ash274. You're the one that thought Marianne talking about my vagina was just fun. It was just clean fun. But let Makeup Mobster say a vagina comment and see how many times it gets thrown in her face. See the difference here, folks? Hey, Dis, hope you're doing good. That's what I'm talking about. It's good, clean fun when they do it. It's good, clean fun. Oh, it's just, even Ash274 yesterday admitting that Marky Mark just trolled, man. He's just trolling. What's the big deal? He's just trolling. He's just trolling. Like I said, I hope Diane and Wendy go back and watch their live stream and watch their chat and see some of the crap that their mods were saying. Not the people in the chat, her own mods talking about John's marriage and how he's abusive. And I was like, wow, man. I couldn't believe it. And like I said, I know it was a big chat and you can't possibly catch every comment that said, but don't run around, Diane and Wendy, and say you got the best mods on YouTube, because no, you don't. No, you don't. And you just made somebody a new mod that could quite possibly be even more vile than Hello Starlight and Ash274. And I'll let you figure out which mod that is. Go back and watch this person's comments, okay? And I'm sorry if that pisses Diane and Wendy off, because like I said, Hello Starlight told him to go drink another beer. Alcohol shaming isn't cool. Well, I can't believe that would be tolerated, because I know how Diane feels about people discussing problems with alcohol. She's made that quite clear. feel as many as, oh, I think Diane has some good mods, but she has a handful that are just downright embarrassing to her channel. I'm sorry, but they're just downright embarrassing to her channel. Helen was very respectful last night. I just, some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth, the middle finger getting thrown up when somebody goes up on a panel. They always make exceptions for Hello Starlight. It's like they feel sorry for her or something. And I know Diane and Wendy does not see every comment, nor are they responsible for every comment for what somebody says outside of their, so you can't say Diane and Wendy Ash 274 is vile or Hello Starlight is vile. You shouldn't like them. I'm not saying that at all. But for fuck's sakes, don't run around saying you've got the best mods there is. Helen and Crystal. Because I can promise you, you don't. I mean, that's right, Marty McFly. That's right. But by the same token, I'm not going to sit here and hold Diane and Wendy responsible for what is said outside of their chats. I mean, let's face it, anytime Laura is on their panel, anytime Laura goes up on their panel, Laura is so trashed in that chat. There's no way they're not seeing it. There's no way they're not seeing it. Laura gets treated worse than anybody over there when they're on that panel. Diane stated a few times she was irritated with comments in the chat. Her and Wendy kept offering links to everyone. Yeah, they did. They did offer links. I mean, like I said, I'm not over here to dog Diane and Wendy, but just don't run around saying you got the best mods on YouTube because, well, you don't. That might be your opinion, but I could send you some screenshots that would curl your hair, ladies. Yeah. I mean, like I said, let's face it, anytime Laura goes on panel over there, they just go hard at her and nothing is ever said or done. I've never heard, and I could be wrong. How warm is it there today? Mac, it has basically rained. Well, I mean, you know how Florida is. It rains every day anyways. But this ain't just a rain and then it moves on. It has rained every day, all day, and I would say the temps are probably in the 60s during the day. But, hey, it's the rainy season down here, so. I don't have a problem with Diane. I don't have a problem with Wendy. I know Laura and Wendy don't get along. How's my son doing? Right now, Lily, before I leave here, I'm going to make him go back to, he'll probably go back to the hospital that admitted him and get more blood cultures. I want to see if this diflucan, if this diflucan is going to get this yeast out of his bloodstream so that we could start. I know, Mac 11, there's no tan going on down here. Trust me. I was hoping to get out in the sun a couple days too, but yeah, me too, just me. I just want to get him healthy enough that he can start dealing with the other stuff, the long-term stuff. That's my goal while I'm here. M says John is a good man. I don't care what anyone says. I know where his heart is. I don't know John that well. I mean, I don't I can't say he's a good man or a bad man. He's never shown me any reason to believe that he's a bad man. Kim A, he seems to be like his energy level is picking up a little bit, which I'm hoping that's a good sign that a little bit of his immune system is coming back because he's got a long road ahead of him. Uh, Yancey says, truth, why are my comments being deleted? I don't know, Yancey. Are you writing long comments? Because if you put over a certain amount of characters, it won't. I see your comments, Yancey. Well, I mean, I see. Are my comments being deleted, Truth? No, I see them. I don't think anybody would just delete you for no reason. I got really good mods. The best on YouTube. But I couldn't believe some of the things that I was hearing going around here. Uh, yeah, they were protecting that little girl gang. They always protect that little girl gang. And here's my thing, Diane and Wendy, you want to be known as the channel that calls it out, and I'm okay with that. Be that channel. But you got to call out everybody, guys, including your friends. You know, I went up there on Diane and Wendy's panel and admitted that I didn't appreciate the fact that Laura went to Republican Ashes to say what she had to say because I didn't feel like it was the time or the place to do that. Me and Laura yelled at each other over it. Laura finally, I think she finally agreed with me that, okay, probably shouldn't have done that. Hey, Morbid Angel. I don't even understand figure skating coach, Only Fools Lie. All I can tell you is she values her friendship more with Marianne than she does Makeup Mobster. That's all I know. In my opinion, figure skating coach values her friendship. Right, Laura meant well, but it was a bad time. Uh, I feel like figure skating coach just values her friendship more with or more with Marianne than she does uh, Makeup Mobster. I didn't even know why she went on panel. I know Diane and Wendy were asking people to link up just because they wanted to hear more of the story. Morning, Desiree D. But I don't understand the whole figure skating coach thing. I don't even know why she's throwing herself in the midst of this. Basically, in my opinion, she's got two friends fighting. If that happens to me, I'm probably just going to step back and say, y'all figure it out. She called out Makeup Mobster, but not Hello Starlight and Ash 274 as if what they do is okay and Makeup Mobster should just take it. Right. She took one side, period. It wasn't Leanna's. Right. I don't even know why figure skating coach is even involved in any of this, but I'm just going to throw my opinion of the situation out there. Figure skating coach, I think you went with the wrong crowd. And I believe that's what's happening because figure skating coach knows if she goes against Marianne and them and stands up for Makeup Mobster, she's going to be treated the exact same way Makeup Mobster has been treated. That's my opinion about the situation. Hey, Laura, Life Perplexed. That's my opinion about the situation. She knows that if she was to stand up and say, guys, you're all not being fair to Leanna, that they're going to go at her the way they've gone at Makeup Mobster. See, this is what happens around here. People get on these hate campaigns, and if you don't roll with them, then you're an outcast. That's what's happened to Makeup Mobster. It is obvious that when Makeup Mobster made it clear that she was not going to jump on the hate Laura, and that she was going to call out the hypocrisies about what they do to Laura, and then they run and cry foul when Laura claps back. When Makeup Mobster decided to take that stance, they bailed on her. I've been blocked by so many strangers since I started publicly supporting Makeup Mobster. Of course, B-Fergs. So did the hateful girl group turn on Robbie now? I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. So anybody that defends Robbie, is going to be on the shit list. You're in Tampa pouring here? Well, I'm quite a bit further south, Miss Lee, and it's raining here too. So I feel your pain, girlfriend. See, I just can't roll that way. I just can't. I'm not going to be such a group that I'm a free thinker. God gave me a brain and a heart, and I get to use it. And I'm not going to be fake and just go with the majority. I'm not going to do it. I know, bummer, Kim A. Friends of ours are at Disney now. I hear it's raining. Yeah, I'm only about 45 minutes from Disney right now. It is raining, Mac 11. They're not lying to you. And when it ain't raining, it's chilly. And it's been like that since I got here. I think the sun shined one day, and it was the day I happened to still be wearing the velour sweatsuit that I went to Florida in, and I was hotter than hell. But right, Makeup Mobster has never supported MGL, and everybody was fine with it until now. She's never changed her view on that. And for how many months did these people run over and make up with MGL, which they have the right to do if that's what they want to do? But we all know why they did it, because they wanted to get under Laura's skin. It just didn't work. So they all forgave. That's like somebody, who was it? Was it Starlight that said in Diane's chat that Laura was repeatedly doxing her in Laura's live that was going on right then? And I was on panel, so I couldn't say. I was like, I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on. But somebody sent me a message and said, that's a damn lie. Laura is not doxing her. So what? Laura says your last name, Marianne. I'm sorry. Wasn't it Molly that created the troll account that first exposed your last name? Wasn't it Science Girl who put your mugshot out there? But you forgive all of them. I know you didn't, Laura. Somebody messaged me and said, she's lying. Laura is not doxing her. Hey, Vintage Gal. And trust me, I've seen some comments out of some people that I did not expect, and people that come into my chat So when they come back, I'll probably call them out on it. Exactly, coffee chat. Exactly. Truth, just a warning, there's some BS troll account going around with a misspelled version of Marianne's name. Okay. But they think trolling is fun. I've got screenshots of Ash274 saying, oh, it's just a little trolling. I'm telling you right now, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. Marky Mark got his information, his personal information about people from someone. Yeah, trolling is no big deal. That's what was said yesterday, Purple Rain. So, hey, if people can run around trolling everybody else, not a big damn deal. Will I ever let somebody come in here and dox somebody? Not if I can help it. Yeah, I quit supporting DWAP when he pulled his stunt. Him and Jay for Justice pulled their stunt on April 1st. They thought it was so cute, so funny to do a April Fool's joke that Chris Watts had escaped from prison. I didn't think it was funny at all. The case was still very fresh. He had just been sent to prison, and the Watts family obviously uh, not the Watts, but the Ruseks and the Watts were obviously following social media because we all know Frank Rusek saw a lot that was being said and begged people to stop. Oh, I didn't think it was funny at all, D Rod. And when I saw him do that, and then they were like, oh, it was just a joke. Not my kind of joking. Don't want to be a part of you. See you later. Bye. See ya. Hey, Annie Lane. When they did that joke, I was like, nope, 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 nope. I don't find that funny. Don't want to hang out with you. Sorry. When you want to put out there that a man that had just recently been sent to prison had escaped and his victims' families are on social media, if they would have seen that, could you imagine what what could have what the feelings they would have? Yeah, I remember that. Merry Christmas, Kathy Bradley. Merry freaking Christmas. So when they did it, I made a conscious decision. Okay, I'm not following these people anymore. I didn't go out and bash them. I didn't do live streams. Yeah, they did, M's, on April 1st. They did it as an April Fool's joke. Even Brian did a video, a live stream about it. He said it was not funny, and it wasn't funny. So I got to give Brian kudos for that. He called him out on it. But all I kept thinking was when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. And then when they admitted that, of course, immediately I went to news and Google and everything else, and there was no news of it. So I thought, okay, there's something's up with this. Then I remembered it was April Fool's, or it was April 1st. Yeah, I agree, Remy D. And I understand that Jay was going through a hard time in her life because her mother had just passed away. I've been there. I've lost my mother. It's devastating, as of probably hundreds of people in this chat right now. But you don't set on something for 11 months. You don't set on the fact that somebody called the cops for 11 months. I'm sorry, Jay. Not right. You don't do it. If you just can't. What are you in shock about, Karen? I hate that you're in shock, but nothing shocks me anymore. Trust me. Nothing shocks me on YouTube anymore. Trust me. This man has done as much more to Laura than, yeah, they did, Karen. Yep, they did. On April Fools. And originally I just saw it with DWAP. I didn't know Jay was a part of it. Hey, water skis. But then Jay admitted she was a part of it. She thought it was funny. They were a part of it. Jay also knew about Oni calling John the N word. Oh yeah, but let's get on Makeup Mobster because she used the word. Hey, Galway girl. Let's get on Makeup Mobster because she used the word internet terrorist, and that was derogatory. But how many people knew what Oni had called John? Brian calls a cop a faggot. But let's get on Makeup Mobster because she says internet terrorist. See, it's just total hypocrisy around here, you all. And I did title my live stream Tears of a Clown because I'm sorry, Marianne, but you come off as a clown yesterday because you want to run around saying, baby need a baba. Marianne needs a baba. It's not so funny when it gets turned on you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I do not know John Crumbs personally. I don't talk to him outside of uh, YouTube. I don't even watch him a whole lot. Occasionally I do. I don't like follow him religiously. Uh, he did nothing. He did nothing to make Marianne cry. That she did that on her own free will, and she started crying almost immediately. And he definitely didn't deserve what that chat gave him. Boots said yes. When Marianne started crying, I was thinking the same thing. I wanted to type, "Hey, Marianne, you need a baba?" Yeah, because that's cute and funny coming out of her mouth. It's just fun and games when she says it. But I can promise you, if you would have typed that in that chat, you'd have had so many people coming after you because you're picking on Hello Starlight. So it's only really funny when it comes from them. I mean, that's what I'm gathering because, you know, Marianne can run around talking about my vagina and it's just funny as hell. Makeup Mobster can make a vagina comment and Ash274 calls her out 6 different times about it. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought vagina comments were just fun. I thought they were just all good, clean fun. When I had a problem with it, when I had a problem and called Marianne out about her comments about my vagina, oh, it's just good, clean fun. Come on, she didn't mean no harm about that. But then you want to call Makeup Mobster out 6 different times about a comment she made? Yeah, I don't think so, S274. You get to wear the big scarlet letter today. Hypocrite. The big H there, S274. Yeah, needs a baba and needs to log off, boo boo. Need to log off, boo boo. Hey, Tiffany Marie. The hypocrisy is real with them, serendipity. I could go live every single day and point it out every single day. If you hear the Baba thing one more time, I may scream. I know, I hate it too, Remy D. But basically, in my opinion, what they've done is, when it comes to the Marky Mark thing, they they totally turned on a creator that they've never known to be really shady. Yeah, she said some shit. She's talked some smack. We all have. But in my opinion, or at least as much as I know, Makeup Mobster has never done anything really shady. Okay, she looked up Emod, but they all thought that was okay when they liked her. So what they did was they turned against somebody that they've known for how many months now, how many years, that at one time was their friend, to defend a guy that they've known for a couple months. And to be honest with you, not only did Marky Mark make fools of them, they made fools of their damn selves. They made fools of their damn selves because Mandy Bell proved he was a liar. Remy D proved he was a liar. They made fools of themselves. Don't blame, don't blame other people because they called you out on your foolish behavior. You don't get up there and cry because you got called out on your dumbass behavior. Who has a high dragon now? Me or Tiffany Marie? She's had a high dragon. You don't get up there and boo hoo. And you know the sad part is, John, that their personal feelings for Mandy Bell will never allow them to admit they will their personal feelings for Mandy Bell will never allow them to admit Ash 274's comments are missing from Mandy's live. I don't know. Maybe they booted her. When they get rid of you, do your comments go away? Because I got screenshots of some of them. Yep, she does have the mentality of a teenage mean girl. You're right. A bunch of them do. But you don't get to cry when the same things, the same bullshit that you all run around and say and do comes back to bite you in the ass. You don't get to do it. Can you please address Wendy's demeaning comments? And then, well, okay. Yeah. Wendy came at Laura. Laura came at Wendy. Remy didn't like, or Wendy didn't like Laura's clapback. You don't get to come at somebody and then tell them how they're allowed to come back at you. Oh, Kaja, they're talking about Mandy Bell's live, not Mandy Lynn's. So they went live. Wendy was hot. She was hot about Laura. She was pissed off about Laura. She admitted that. But she comes down on Laura, and Laura comes back. Now, Laura said something about her eating something. I don't know, something about her eating. And that was body shaming. But yet they can have comments about Laura's wig, and that's not. What if Laura suffers from alopecia or something that causes her hair to thin and she has to wear a wig? But better yet, what if Laura just likes wearing a wig because it's what people do nowadays? And the arenas of war can have a ceasefire on Christmas Day so can every last YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to go live Christmas Day and it's not going to be drama. I'm just going to come on here to hang out with people that don't have anywhere else to go. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, you don't get to come at somebody. You don't get to come back. You don't get to come at somebody and then call foul on the way they come back at you. You don't get to do that. Remember what has Brian said time and time again? You come at him, he's coming at you harder, lower. Okay, I guess that's fair. I got drugged. I got drugged from top to bottom over a comment that I made to Jennifer Lynn. Nobody was really upset about the things she said to me, but I got drugged from top to bottom because after comment after comment after comment after comment after comment that this woman has made to me, I clapped back and I clapped back hard. I sure did. Sorry. I come back and I come back hard. So, yeah. See, Laura, I didn't know the exact comments that were said. That's why I didn't repeat it because I don't know exactly. I knew you said something about her eating something, but so let's remember, guys, if you're going to think that it's funny coming from someone else, it can't be funny one way. If something is funny, Molly was on Aaron Carter's live for hours last night, life coaching. I thought she didn't like Aaron. I thought she was like stalking that girl and stuff. What? I don't understand that whole freaking story. Didn't Molly go hard at the girl that Aaron teamed up with to prove that Nick like sexually abused her or something? I agree with you there, Yaya. Yaya, I think you can like Google it and find it on like TMZ and stuff because I think TMZ even mentions, I don't know, Laura played a video of that chick and she mentions Onique, which, okay, so Oni. But yeah, I don't get that whole story either. I thought that, yeah, Melissa Schumann. I thought Molly and Nick were like road dogs. They were buddies. And now all of a sudden she's teaming up with Aaron. And Aaron's the one that has, Yeah, the whole story made it on TMZ. Thank you, Mac 11. Yes, Laura's got her green button. Yeah, look it up, Yaya. I don't even know why anybody would. That would be like an argument going on between, uh, I don't know, give me a couple famous brothers and me putting myself in the middle of it. I couldn't imagine doing that. I just couldn't do it. Hey, I'm a member of your fan club and now I'm going to thrust myself into your life. To me, that's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, the Baldwin brothers. There you go. The Osmond brothers. There you go. Hey, I like Alec more than I do. Well, I don't even know the Baldwin brothers. I know Alec is a Baldwin, and so I'm gonna put myself right in the middle of your all's celebrity squabble. I don't get that shit, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll never need that kind of attention. Okay, hold on, Puss in Boots. I don't know how long we'll last. My battery's going low, but we got long enough for Puss in Boots to come up here and say what she's got to say. Yeah, right, Laura.
It's true. I'm not going to talk. I know Puss in Boots wants to talk. It's true. I'm not going to talk. I know Puss in Boots wants to talk.
Where is the echo coming from?
Me.
Hmm.
Chill, woman. Jeez.
Okay.
Come on, Puss in
Oh, I
Boots.
didn't add. It was my fault. I didn't add her.
Okay.
Okay.
So November of 2017, Melissa Schumann puts out this big old blog about Nick Carter raped her when she was 18. Well, that set Marissa off from the beginning because everybody knows about what was said in the Inquirer. I don't know if it was true or not. Whatever she said, she was used by them. That's not how it happened. So she wanted to make it up to Nick. And everything got started with his side too. That woman changed her story I don't know how many times. I'm talking about Melissa Schumann, or I call her the Gremlin. She changed her story about 15 different times. What else? God, that was a while ago. She filed a police report after Marissa started going, and we were surprised that they were investigating it because the statute of limitations ran out. And for a while it was being investigated by the police. Nick passed a polygraph. Melissa refused to take one. People are popping out of the woodworks that were actually there and were verified as friends of Nick's that is exactly not what happened. And actually there was an article that said that she had a boyfriend at the time and that's who she gave her virginity to. Nick didn't take her virginity. And then the police investigation went to the DA's office. The DA decided not to prosecute because there was not enough evidence and the statute of limitations was up.
Okay. I'm not a Backstreet Boy fan. I think I outgrew them. Well, I don't think I ever was a fan. But don't you think it's weird that Marissa got in the middle of all that. That's my whole point.
I do think it's weird, but I get where she was coming from. Because, okay, yes, I was a Backstreet Boy fan. But with situations like this, I approach it with logic and rational thinking because human behavior, hello, that's part of what my career is. Nick comes from abuse, horrible abuse. When you've come from abuse, you go one of two ways. One way, you do what you can to stop it and never do that, never be exposed to that again. The other way is you mirror what you grew up with. Nick's not gonna all of a sudden switch to a rapist when he puts together a TV show for him, but for his siblings, so they can get a job and get going with their lives because they weren't doing anything.
Okay. But Nick is the good guy. Aaron is the crazy dude.
Aaron is
Molly
mentally
has-
ill severely.
Molly has always defended Nick, but now she's helping Aaron.
I don't know why she's doing that. Trying to hang on to that attention. I don't know why she's doing that.
I don't understand none of it. I gotta be honest with you. It's not very interesting to me. I just can't ever see me getting in the middle of a celebrity family battle. I mean, that would be like me taking on the fucking Partridge Family. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
And I
yeah.
know they weren't really related. But, you know, I that's why I've never really talked about Marissa's relationship. I knew she was a fan of the Backstreet Boys. I mean, that's pretty
Mhm.
obvious.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never, oh man, I don't even know how to say it. I've never been so starstruck that I would involve myself in these people's lives. There are police, there are family members, there are investigators that could have handled this. I never understood how Marissa got in the middle of it. Just because she's a fan of Nick, or
And
did she like sleep with him or something?
Why can't
she
I
did.
supposed to have some scandalous affair that needs me on his own YouTube channel? Why can't I
Hey,
get that lucky?
I'm going to leave that alone. But the reason why I looked at it, of course, I thought he was innocent. This girl screamed shady for the longest time.
Oh, I'm not
She
saying
said
looking at it is crazy. I think everybody, I mean, that's what we do. We follow celebrity gossip and we follow crime, and that's kind of like a mix of both. So I don't think looking into it is creepy. I think actually being involved in it is creepy. And I'm sorry, Puss in
Extremely.
Boots. I'm just like, whoa.
I think as far as Marissa's gotten into it, yes, that's very creepy. I'm just speaking from what I've seen of it.
That Marissa's
both
on the
of-
right side. And we'll give her that. I mean, Marissa's
Yeah.
on the right side. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
give her that. I don't know. Call me weird. I just don't go around like writing celebrities saying,
No.
hey, I believe you and you've been done wrong and I want to help you by stopping this woman or whatever.
The way
I mean,
Marissa went about it, she said that the story in the Inquirer was a lie. Nick got mad at her for talking to them, and this was her way of making it up to him. And then the whole his side too thing happened. But Marissa and Oni, the harassment thing, that's the tail end of it. Marissa and Melissa have been going at each other. It's not just Marissa doing that. She pinched in plenty of times. Melissa. And I've got a real problem with a woman who just constantly going at this couple, going at him, stresses his wife out into a miscarriage, And Melissa Schumann just keeps on going.
Oh,
That's downright.
I agree with everything you just said. I guess because I just find it weird to get so put yourself so in the middle of something like that. And yeah, you're right. From YouTube, I've only heard the bad shit that Molly has done. I haven't heard the bad shit that the other people on the other side have done. But then again, it never really interested me. I was like, okay, so Marissa's fucking around with the Backstreet Boys and she's taking one side and, you know, whatever. I just found it weird that you would be that involved in it. Not you, but anybody.
I know.
That's my whole point.
My whole thing is like, Tawny, that you need more proof on both sides. Who cares? Like, she's not involved in it at all. I don't know why she's inserting herself.
I don't know, because the way it was left off after the DA decided not to pursue charges, Marissa wasn't going to mention this whole thing again, because allegedly Lauren Carter told her not to because it's stressing her out and they were trying to have another kid. And stress is not good when you're doing that. So she said, out of respect for Nick and Lauren, she wasn't going to bring it up again. Melissa Schumann Henschel's name is never going to be brought up on her channel again.
I'm not laughing at you. Sage just sent me a message. Are you jealous because you don't have friends to go get your nails done with?
Oh, Lord.
Sage is watching me?
No, Sage is going to get her nails done with her besties. And she just sent me that message.
Okay, well, Hockey Mom, if you're still listening, Hockey Mom left a comment that I didn't actually see. And it said, okay, bye. I like how all the Patreons are ignoring me. I thought sub lives matter. I know I was the subject in there because I spoke with Marianne.
Huh?
The hell? Come back and
I don't
keep your
get it.
peace, Hockey Mom. I don't either. Come on back in, Hockey Mom, and tell us what the hell you're talking about.
Nobody was even talking about Hockey Mom. We were talking about Nick Carter.
Yeah, I don't get why she said that. I don't get why she's upset and left. I don't even know if I saw her in here. But I'm not really watching
paying
chat.
attention to chat.
Hockey Mom, I'm sorry if your feelings were hurt. That was not my intentions. I wasn't watching chat. I have to watch chat on my phone because the other chat is so delayed. And I didn't have my phone with me. I went outside to smoke.
So I mean, that's where I come with this situation. I base it on my profession, what I've learned in life, and just common sense. You don't flip the switch like that and go from all of a sudden you want to stop the abuse that's been in your family forever to I'm a rapist. No. You don't do that. And there's plenty of times Melissa's brought up questionable things. She's not as innocent as everybody thinks she is. What Marissa and Oni did, yeah, that was pretty harsh, but Melissa is not innocent either.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't I couldn't even begin to even really comment on this situation, only because, well, I don't care. And I'm not saying that to be mean to you at all.
Oh, I know.
It's obvious something. It's obviously something that you followed. I didn't.
Yeah. I've known about this thing for a while. And I'm going to leave it at this. I find that Melissa just as shady, if not the shadiest, because she's teaming up with someone who is obviously mentally ill just to further her agenda. And it happens to be his little brother. I think that's shady as fuck.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I would agree with you. But I'm going to get off here, guys, because I'm going to go play some board games because I'm actually around enough people that will play. I'm not like sitting by myself or whatever. But I
I gotta
appreciate
go on the
Laura.
Target too.
Oh, I appreciate Laura.
Hmm.
You going live?
No, I gotta.
Any? You got to clean?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to. I was finishing my coffee while you were live, and then I was gonna go clean.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to clean because I'm at my sister's. I'm not cleaning her house. But I will say again, guys, that I saw a lot of dumb shit being said and going around yesterday. And if you're going to say and do dumb shit, you're going to get called out on it. And you can't start crying because somebody calls you out. John was not disrespectful to Marianne. I watched it. And that chat chewed him up. I mean, chewed him up.
He lost Patreon subs, everything. And I also want to say to John Levy, Purple Rain, anyone that may have gotten misconfused, Wendy came at me with this attitude. She says, nobody cares about you, Laura. Yeah, just go back to your like 125 people. Like nobody cares. Shoo boo boo, please. So I snap back at her in a chat and I said, why don't you stop eating your fucking misery, bitch? And everyone agreed with me that she had no right to come at me like that in front of 700 people. You're going to degrade me like that? I'm going to degrade you right back. But they couldn't handle it. They were all appalled. Like, how could Laura dare say that? Did you guys forget what she just said to me? I didn't draw first blood. She did. Fuck her.
Yep. Yancy says, I think I'll go right to John Unhinged and sub. He did nothing on that panel.
He didn't.
That would ever cause me to unsub him.
He told the truth and they can't handle it.
Yep. And the fact that he was defending his friend who was right and proved she was right, they couldn't get past their blind dislike for Makeup Mobster to just say, guys, we went hard on her. We shouldn't have done that. She was right. We were wrong. They couldn't just say it and move on. They had to continuously defend their actions.
And let me just say, figure skating coach had no business being on that panel to begin with, had absolutely no reason why she jumped on that panel. And she was 100% wrong. She has been a hateful, mean bitch forever. I have never seen that woman be happy, ever. Even a picture, she's not smiling. She's just a miserable bitch. And she came into my live when Makeup Mobster was on panel and fucking went ballistic. It was almost like if someone was like folded their hands and tapping their feet, because she was like, like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. But it's okay that you left Patreon way back when, because I started talking to Marissa, and it's okay that Marianne and all of you guys are besties with Marissa, but God forbid Makeup Mobster, who used to be a good friend of mine, jumps on panel and all of a sudden she's the worst person in the world. But you're not a hateful bitch. Give me a fucking break.
Well, I can say that figure skating coach has never been rude or hateful to me, but I don't know her like you all do. She was never a Patreon to me. She wasn't a Patreon when I joined Patreon. So I don't know her like that, but I do know that her and Makeup Mobster had a friendship. And figure skating coach, if you're listening, let me tell you something. You ditched the wrong friend, girlfriend.
Exactly.
You ditched the wrong one. You ditched the one that is straight up and refuses to go with the majority for a bunch of mean girl clowns. That's what you've done. So if figure skating coach wants to be known as a mean girl clown, good for you. You picked the right crowd there.
And what about the fact that they were all saying in chat, oh, look, Makeup Mobster is now Laura 2.0. Assholes, look at your own fucking actions. It's you guys that are the problem, not me and Leanne. We're not the problem. You guys are the problem. They don't want to see their own actions.
Nope. And John dosed it up for him. And that's what made Mary Ann cry. Because John gave them a dose of their bullshit. Well, guess what? Mary Ann need a baba? Log off, boo-boo. Because that's all fun and games while you're all running around saying that stupid shit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna go brave Target.
No, you'll stay
right.
right here.
Excuse you.
Good
I
luck,
gotta
Puss
get.
in Boots.
I have a
I love
chocolate
you.
for my mama.
I love
you.
you.
Puss in Boots.
I love you too.
Just hit me up later and I'll give you my address to send that Christmas present, okay? That you're going to get at Target here in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, did you see
Bye.
what Crazy Nurse Granny just said? Life Reflects Purple Rain said Marky Mark was on a live with Brian asking about if you can make CPS calls without identifying yourself.
Yeah, somebody's supposed to be looking for that for you, Laura. Who was in here saying, Tiffany Marie, was that you? Or somebody was in here saying they were looking for that clip for you, Laura.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because then he admitted he was Mandy's makeup, Mandy's t-shirt maker. And I know we got screenshots somewhere of him coming into your live stream as Mandy's t-shirt maker saying they called CPS on you. Remember, we thought they were bullshit. We just thought it's a troll.
But I said this on my live and I'll say it on your live as well. Again, it all even if it was Marky Mark, which me and a couple of others do now believe it was, but it still always comes back to the same fucking group of people. Brian, Mandy Lynn, Clary, Ash, all the same fucking people, whether they want to admit it or not, whether they knew about it or not. It's the same people over and over and over. Every single thing that's gone wrong comes back to them somehow.
Well, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, maybe no one handed over your information or Makeup Mobster's information, but that information is flying around somewhere that Marky Mark got his hands on it.
Yep.
So in some kind of Discord, in some kind of Hangouts, in some kind of private chats are your information, Mandy's information, Makeup Mobster's information, and that's where Marky got a hold of it.
Exactly right. And they may not have known and they may not have been involved, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to the same group of people, the ex-fucking Patreons and a few stragglers. That's it. There's no denying it. Every single time. Or it's their friends, their close friends. It's crazy to me that people don't see it. And then they get on Makeup Mobster last night for Laura 2.0, but why? Because she's defending herself? Because that's all I've done is defend myself. It's
like I said, I'm not going to accuse this one or this one of handing over personal information to Marky Mark, but don't sit and lie and say you weren't in any private chats with him or anything like that, because he got that information somewhere.
And even the ex-Patreons, like Tiffany just said, when Mandy Lynn looked up Leanna's whole family because she wanted to interview them and get their side. Again, it's the same people. Mandy Lynn, mommy of three. It never changes. It's scary.
Yeah.
It just never changes. It's the same group of people. Get rid of them and YouTube it'll be fun again.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to point my fingers at any one individual in particular, but I said it.
Yeah, I can't either.
As soon as this came about, Marky Mark and the things he has said and done, I said, well, he didn't do it on his own. Now, did he troll on his own? Maybe. Maybe he did the trolling on his own, but he got this information somewhere.
Yep.
And where he got it was in some sort of private chat, some sort of Discord, something. So all of these people running around saying, I was never in a Discord with him. I was never in a Discord with him. Well, you don't really know if you were in a Discord with him, do you? Because he could have been under anybody's name in that Discord. So even if you didn't hand deliver it to him, if that shit is floating around in your Discords, in your private chats, you don't know who's going to get their hands on it. And it just so happens somebody that likes to troll and threaten and say ugly things got his hands on it.
And look at how much they talk about me. Hello. And that's exactly what I said from the beginning, that if somebody is going to talk about you all the time in a negative light, people are going to get curious, and you don't know who's listening, and you don't know who that person is behind the screen. It's everything that I already said, and they don't fucking see it.
Exactly. I agree. But ladies and gents, I'm getting off of here. I really appreciate you coming in and supporting my stream. Thanks for coming on panel, Laura. Thanks for coming on panel, Puss in Boots. Yes, M's. Yes. Like I said, guys, quit putting yourself in the line of suspicion. You won't have to worry about fingers getting pointed at you. I don't know what else to tell you people. And if you're just going to keep defending people because they're your friend and not because of what their actions, then trust me, they're going to turn around and they're going to burn you someday. And I know that's what's going to happen with Figure Skating Coach. They are going to burn her. She chose the wrong friend. When she chose Marianne and the Mean Girl Club over Makeup Mobster, she made a bad decision. Mark my words, Figure Skating Coach.
I agree.
You can come back in a few months and let me know how right I was.
She won't care. She'll never.
Makeup Mobster, you always come in at the very end. Every time she comes into my live, it's at the very end. Which I know she's busy. She's doing Christmas stuff with her family, which is what we should all be doing. But when your blind hatred for somebody and your blind hatred for somebody overrides what's being put out there in front of your face, facts, truth, then you're the one with the problem. And it was proven yesterday in Mandy Bell's live that Marky Mark was a liar. He was deceitful, and he said the ugly cancer thing to me. And they still went on to defend him against Makeup Mobster that same night. So I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for you ladies. All you all running around saying, but we didn't know. No, you might not have known the extent of it, but you damn sure knew he was shady. So keep running around saying, but we didn't know. Because, yeah, you did.
Oh, I totally agree they did.
You might not have known the whole extent of it, but he was proven to be shady in Mandy's live, and you still went on a panel that you were so embarrassed by that the only one that will even remotely own a little bit of what he said is Brian.
I agree, Mega Mobster. He did not do talk to text. It's total bullshit.
Now, they knew something was wrong about this dude, and they still went on a panel to defend him against somebody like Makeup Mobster, who has never been proven to do anything threatening and they still chose to defend him over somebody they knew. They've known all of this time. Some of them even considered her a friend. Most of them considered her a friend at one time. But they went in and they defended this dude over somebody that they should have stopped and said, wait a minute, man. Makeup Mobster wouldn't just come at this dude if she didn't have some kind of proof. If there wasn't something out there. We need to reevaluate this. instead of going on a live stream and calling her paranoid and attacking her marriage, and which I don't see what has to do with, I mean, okay, call her paranoid, but what the frick does her marriage have to do with anything?
Because that's what they do.
But boy, they don't like it when you turn it, they don't like it when you turn it on them, do they?
Oh,
When you go at their relationships, or you come back at something they've said to you, oh, you're horrible. I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe this is being tolerated.
There was a troll in Mandy Lynn's live yesterday that said, Mandy Lynn, you don't even have custody of your kids. And she got so mad. And someone else came in and said the same thing. And Kiki got so mad. They don't like when you turn it around on them. They can talk all day, but when the truth comes out about them, they don't want to hear it.
And just remember, every troll from here on out is probably Marky Mark. And he came in and trashed you ladies because you turned on him when you didn't have a choice. You had to turn on him. It was too up in your face that you finally had to admit, okay, man, he's done some creepy shit. We gotta go with this, But like I said, I don't believe he's working alone. The trolling part, he very well might be, but he got that information from someone. Now,
not only that, but like Tiffany Marie just said that she believes Mandy Lynn privated her live to protect Marky Mark. How about the fact that Wendy and Diane were not forcing her to play it? What's the matter, Diane and Wendy? You didn't want your mods to look bad? You didn't want the real truth to come out? Because if that was me or Makeup Mobster or anybody else, they'd be like, we need proof. And we're not going to go with this without hearing it first. We need to hear it. And all of a sudden it was, oh, that was in the past. Who cares what happened? It was in the past. Why can't anything else be in the past?
Oh, I totally agree.
I couldn't. Give me a fucking
I couldn't believe. I mean, and they did ask to have it played a couple times, but then when they realized they weren't going to get it played, then all of a sudden it didn't really matter because that happened. What's it going to change by watching that video? What's it going to change? It's going to show you what assholes you two are protecting all the time. It wouldn't have changed nothing. Marky would still be a major troll and they would still be wrong. But it would have shown that the people that they protect are assholes and say asshole things and do asshole things. So what's it going to change? What's it going to matter? I can promise you, if the tables were turned, it would have been, oh, no. We can't do this without seeing the video. We can't even talk about it because, we got to have proof.
I agree, Poppy. I don't think Wendy was on that call either. Totally agree with you. I think she's lying. Can't prove it, but I totally agree with you that she wasn't on that call. Because if she was on that call, she would know a hell of a lot more. And she wouldn't have made it about me or Makeup Mobster or anyone. She would have made it about that call.
Well, my whole thing about Wendy is I'll never forget when she came on your panel that night. Diane was up there. And then the next thing I know, Wendy calls in. And you ask her to disclose her anonymous source. Remember, she said it was anonymous?
Uh-huh.
And you said, that's bullshit, Wendy. You know who it is. And she's like, no, Laura, I don't. And she's over there writing in Diane's chat while she's talking to you saying, don't worry, guys, I'll never tell her. Okay, Wendy. Shady there, Wendy. Shady.
Very shady.
You don't get to call other people shady, Wendy. You had some shade that night because while you're telling Laura it was anonymous, you're over in Diane's chat writing, don't worry, guys, I won't tell her who it is.
Yep.
So, shade.
That's exactly right.
And I'll probably get a live stream out of this, but I don't care. I don't care. I call it like I see it, and if people don't like it, They don't even have to see it the same way I see it. I'm on my channel.
And what about what Yancey said? She's right. Wendy said she didn't accept Laura's apology months ago because she didn't feel it was sincere enough and Laura wasn't really sorry. But you accept Mark's? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I don't know. Did she accept Mark's apology? I don't know. When I got off Diane's panel, I went back to your live stream thinking I was still in Diane's, saw Nadia modding, and I was like, oh, hell has froze over. Nadia's modding for Diane and them. And I literally had to look up and see that you were on panel.
Hold on. Moki P said on his channel this morning that he's the one on that phone call who finally said, look, dude, you these trolls? Marky Mark paused, put his head down, and then said, yes, I'm the trolls. So none of the girls were on the call.
Oh, I don't know. I heard it was like 20 people on that call. Isn't that what Diane said? About 20 people were on that call?
Felice, I don't think he's coming after me. I'm pretty much the only one that kind of stuck up for the guy.
Coming after you, Laura?
Yeah.
I don't think. You mean Marky Mark?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? He's already gotten access to everybody's private information. Once you're doxxed, you can't be doxxed again. You don't get to get doxxed like people saying, Laura doxxed me again. Oh, no, no, no. Remember, this came straight from the drama community. Once you've been doxxed, you can never be doxxed again. So you don't get to say, Laura doxxed me again, or Brian doxxed me again. Because once you're doxxed, that's it. It's over. You're doxxed. So, like I said,
I wouldn't want to be in there anyway. According to what I heard, all they do is share my screenshots and talk about me. Now they might be talking about you. Or both of them.
I have no doubt that Makeup Mobster's personal information is floating around in one of their Discords. I don't know whose Discord. I don't know if it's Kimmy P has ADD or Stephanie Brown's or because I don't even know how many of those people have Discords. But for Clary to say that he's not in any Discord, that Marky Mark is not in any Discord, and then Wendy gets up there last night and says it was a Discord call, busted. Somebody's not telling the truth there.
Exactly right.
And like I told Diane and Wendy last night, I am in your Discord, and if I saw that kind of shit going down, addresses being dropped and personal information, I'd be like, out of here. Don't want to be accused of it. Don't want to put myself in the line of suspicion. So it's not happening in your Discord. And I've got access to every room in Discord, people. It's not like you got to earn your way up in Laura's Discord. But there's shady shit going on somewhere because this dude got a lot of information on people somewhere. He didn't come up with this stuff on his own. But when I said that on Diane's panel, I got told, you don't have proof that he's not working alone. No, I got common sense, though. And that goes a long way. Oh, did Diane go live?
Again?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't these people have a life?
Well, obviously I don't. I'm live. No, she's not live. I thought somebody said she went live. But I don't care. I'm not over here trashing Diane and Wendy. I'm saying shady is shady. And you don't get to call other people shady and call them names and not own to your own shit. You got to own it, people. Own it, everybody. If you're shady, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
The chat was
But
blue. I agree.
in Mandy Lynn's or Diane's?
Huh?
Because I didn't see Mandy Lynn's. Can you hear me, Laura?
Yeah, Pumpkin's right. They can't be concerned with the truth. Not you, the truth, the actual truth.
Right.
They don't want to deal with it.
But like I said, I am going to get off here. I'm going to go find something to get into with the fam. Probably not much. It's raining and chilly here. But
let me just say one last thing. And Desiree, what the sad part about that is, and I agree with you, that Marky Mark doesn't have to face anything. But the bottom line is, not one of them apologized for his actions either. Not one of them apologized for their own actions. They all try to blow it off. From what I saw, it was never like, oh my God, we are so sorry for everything that we did, for our part in it. It was never about that. It was deflection all the way around. It was sad.
Well, and something that I think it was Diane that said, and I could be wrong, but I thought it was Diane that said, when I said the dude is not working alone, and I was told it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? If we're going to call out Marky Mark and the shit he's done, wouldn't you want to know who he's working with?
I agree.
So for me to get told that doesn't matter, I was like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that concept. How could it not matter? You're saying what a predator this dude is, an internet predator, but it doesn't matter if he's not working alone. What are you afraid of?
Oh, Stephanie Brown, I got a question. When you were gone for 4 months, as far as I know, all of the shit when the ex-patrons left went into your Discord and started blasting screenshots and everything else. Was Wendy not in there at that time? Because Wendy sat up there yesterday acting like she knew nothing when we knew it was bullshit. And I'm sitting there laughing at how she was sitting there lying. Was she not in there then? Because if she wasn't in there, I'll take back her lying.
Yeah, Stephanie Brown, I don't know if it was your Discord, but there is a Discord out there that dude is in. Now, he might not be in there now. They might have booted him then, but he was in there.
I do not share any personal info at all.
It wasn't yours. Okay. That's cool. Because somebody came in here earlier. Kimmy has ADD, and she said, I think it was Kimmy. She's like, no, there's 2 different Discords. There's 2 different Discords. I was like, okay. All right. So it's not Stephanie Brown's Discord, but it is a Discord. All the while, Clary is running around saying, I'm not in any Discord with that dude. Well, somebody is. Because he got everybody's information somewhere.
Sure did.
He didn't do this on his own. Hey, Bellamia.
Hey, Bellamia. Merry Christmas to you too. But it's still 3 days away.
I agree that too. I agree with that too, Oh Blue. This dude is still around. He actually, they're saying he is that Frank White that came in here earlier. I don't know if that's true, but like I said, Marky Mark, if you're listening, every freaking mean troll that gets made is going to be blamed on you. And the sad thing is it could be somebody else out there doing it, and you're going to take the rap for it. So we may never know.
Let me say something. That dude was in my live last night, but he was nothing but funny and respectful, but he knew everything about everyone. So could it be him? It could be. I told him here's a link. It definitely could be him, but it might not be him. But Stephanie, she's
okay.
only, hold on. If she is in your Discord only, then your Discord is where she forwarded all of these screenshots and dumped all of these screenshots. That's fact. Because I was told from a couple of people in your Discord that she dumped them so much that people were like, I'm so over this. Like, we don't even want to talk about fucking Laura anymore. And we're tired of seeing screenshots. So if your Discord is the only Discord she's in, then yeah, then you have all the screenshots.
And I'm sad to say, Stephanie, but it'd be real easy for me to be in your Discord and say, I'm not in anybody else's Discord.
Zuli, I'm not sure it's the same Marky Mark. Because if it is, I'm shocked. Because I saw that Marky Mark way before Marky Mark ever came over to Brian's. I'm just not sure if it's the same Marky Mark.
Marky Mark has not been Marky Mark that long, you all. He was Mark Fraga. He was Mark Fraga. He's not been Marky Mark that long. And for Marcia to sit in Mandy's Bells and try to tell her she's got the wrong Marky Mark because their Marky Mark didn't have an underscore in his name, but he was on panel on Mandy's with the freaking underscore in his name. I was like, Marcia, how can you not see this? I have the screenshot where Marcia says, no, Mandy, you have the wrong Marky Mark. The one that made the comment to Makeup Mobster was underscore Marky underscore Mark. And he's sitting on Mandy's panel as Marky underscore Mark. And I was like, Marcia, what are you trying to say here? I'm totally confused.
He admitted that was him.
Right. He admits it. And then they do a panel later that night, still defending him and trashing Makeup Mobster after he admitted it. And that's what John's only point was. You all knew this son of a bitch was shady, and you still did a panel defending him because of your hate for Makeup Mobster. And John was right.
And why do they hate Makeup Mobster?
Because she won't jump on Stephanie Brown. Go watch Mandy Bell's live from yesterday, and he's on panel. I end up going on panel just to say where I came across Marky Mark at. But he wasn't Marky Mark back then. He was Mark Fraga. Remy D gets up there and says, Marky, do you have any troll accounts? Anything in anybody else's name? And he says, no. But then it's proven that he made the comment to me about the cancer under Mark Fraga, not Marky Mark. It's all right there in Mandy's.
Katia, the animosity towards MM started from me because she started talking to me and won't jump on the hate bandwagon and started sticking up for me. And then it all started.
Well, I mean, Makeup Mobster basically said, look, if you're going to run around and talk shit about Laura every single day, then don't be butthurt when Laura talks shit about you. That's a valid point. That's a very valid point. And then she says, you've forgiven this one, and this one, but yet you won't forgive Laura. That's bullshit. They all got pissed off. Wait a minute, I want to see what Bodie says. He gave us a different last name to research. There was a lot of hours put into looking into this. Laura, that is not why. Sorry. Bodie Blue. You have to admit he was proven a liar in Mandy Bell's stream. He was proven he was Mark Fraga. He was proven this. And you all, not you, Bodie Blue, I don't know who was over there, but it was still a panel done defending his ass.
And Bodie Blue, no, that is a part of it. I've heard it myself. If she's not part of the mob mentality against anybody, all of a sudden she's shunned out. No, that's mine, Juju. I still have it open. I still have Streamlabs open. Oh, look, someone just gave me $500. No, I'm just kidding.
Stephanie says Gina F, but he hadn't admitted to it at that time. That's what I was saying. Stephanie, he did. He did. You got to go watch Mandy Bell's live. He did. He admitted that, he tried to lie and say it wasn't him. But then when it was proven, then he gets up there and says, yeah, I made those comments about the truth. Okay, but you made him as Mark Fraga, not as Marky Mark.
Pink's connected to some shady motherfuckers.
Stephanie, you got to go watch Mandy's. I know you're not a Mandy fan. I get it. But you got to go watch her freaking live from Friday. It's proven he's a liar troll. And they still did a panel trying to make him right and make up Mobster wrong. That's what they did. He said he apologized. That's an admission. Yes, John, he did apologize. But he apologized under Mark Fraga. After he just sit up there on panel and told Remy, no, I've never had any other accounts. All I've ever been is Marky Mark.
See, in Long Island, girl, I semi-agree and semi-disagree. Because Jay's the one that wanted to become friends with Marianne. And she did that because she knows more about Oni than she wants to admit. Just saying. And then she turned around and looked like a fucking hero.
I can promise you, if someone just proved to me earlier in the day that somebody that I was defending lied to my face, I wouldn't do a panel that night saying what a great guy he is and Makeup Mobster is paranoid and her marriage is this or that, which I would never say anything about anybody's marriage anyways, but I don't see what that's got to do with the price of tea in China. But I wouldn't have done it because he was proven a liar, even if they didn't have all the information.
I agree too.
Yeah, I don't know the guy either, Stephanie Brown. I've had one run-in with him, and it's when he made the cancer comment, but he made it under his troll account, Mark Fraga, and then denied that he was ever Mark Fraga, but admitted that he apologized to me. Yeah, you did apologize to me under freaking Mark Fraga. So he was proven a liar early in the day, and they still went on to defend him, and they still made total fools of themselves. And when John called it out last night, boo hoo hoo, Marianne needs a bye-bye. John did nothing wrong to Marianne Stephanie Brown.
No,
nothing.
He didn't.
He put truth in her face, and she started crying. These are mean girls, Stephanie Brown. I'm sorry, they're your friends, but they're a group of mean girls who go around and say mean things and then want to cry when somebody claps back at them.
Stephanie, let me ask you a question. You and I are cool, so I'm not coming down on you for this. I'm sorry, Leon. Hello Starlight can walk around talking shit about me, can talk shit about me, the truth, makeup mobster, Tiffany Marie, all over the place. She can run her mouth on every fucking panel. Laura, all over the place, saying you need a baba. But when it comes to her defending, how come she never does it? How come you are always her lynch mob? You are always the one defending her. If she never said a word publicly, I get that. And I totally get that. But she doesn't. She runs her mouth publicly all the time until somebody fights back or calls her out. And then all of a sudden, she can't stick up for herself. Why is that? It does seem like entitlement issues.
Well, in my opinion, if you're a real friend to Hello Starlight, a real friend would say, girl, you're wrong, and you're going to get it back tenfold.
But that's what I'm saying. But you do come and defend. I never see her come in and defend herself anywhere. It's always somebody else coming in defending her. But yet she's the first one with a big mouth on every fucking panel she's on or any chat she's in. I don't get that.
Truth, do you know anything I say to my friends in private? No, I would never. How would I know that? All I said is if you are a friend, you ought to be calling them out. And maybe you are. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, take Eritrea for a minute. Eritrea may talk shit on her own panel, but I don't see her in every single panel she goes on talking shit. And I have seen her come in and defend herself. But I don't ever see Marianne coming in to defend herself anywhere. All I see is her just talking shit everywhere. That I don't get. But then all her friends come in and try to defend her.
That's like her saying in Diane's chat last night after after she started crying. She came back in the chat and was saying, I cannot believe this is being allowed. I am so disappointed this is being allowed. What was being allowed, Marianne? You got called out on your behavior. That's all that was being allowed.
Yeah, Stephanie, absolutely, but she doesn't. She doesn't come in and defend herself. I once when you were gone, I asked her to come on panel. Figure skating coach, makeup mobster, all like, Marianne, go settle this, just settle this. But because she didn't have any of her hench mob, whatever, mob mentality to stand behind her and just sit on her own, she wouldn't do it. It was ridiculous.
I'll give you a perfect example, Stephanie Brown. Yesterday in a chat, when I think it had to be Republican Ashes, when Laura was talking to Republican Ash, Mary Ann says, oh, Laura's grooming. And I came back and said, no, Mary Ann, the grooming was done by the guy that you all went around defending. That's who was grooming. And you know what she said to me? The truth, I have tried to be nice to you. Oh, okay. So you can accuse somebody of grooming someone. I don't even know what the hell she meant. But the grooming was done by some creep that you all literally destroyed Makeup Mobster over. And you don't even have the common decency to step up and say, man, we were ugly. We were wrong. We are. Oh, they're sorry. They won't stand behind what Marky has done. But I'm not seeing one panel go on where they just flat out own everything they did.
But John, where was it? Stephanie, here's where the confusion lies. I agree with you because one person has a live and then everyone else has a live. But the original live always starts with somebody else. It doesn't start with me. It doesn't start with Makeup Mobster. It doesn't start with the truth. That we don't start that first lie. They need to come up with different content and start a lie with their own content, not start a live about me and not expect me to clap back. Same thing with Leanna, same thing with the truth, same thing with a lot of people. But it's you said it the same way I've seen other people say it. Cause one person as a live and then y'all have a live. How about it starts with the first person never having that live? So then we don't have to worry about clapping back. But everybody wants to blame us for clapping back, and that's fucked up. That's what you guys don't see as a whole. I have done
Stephanie Brown.
Defend. Truth has done nothing but defend. What I've seen from Makeup Mobster over the last couple of weeks has been nothing but defend. Defending doesn't make us the wrong one. Stop the cycle by cutting out the core. The core is you guys.
Stephanie says Makeup Mobster went on your panel first and talked about Marianne. Stephanie, obviously you don't stay on YouTube 24/7, but you're not seeing what Marianne was doing. So for you to say that Leanna made the first public announcement about her and Marianne's relationship, not true.
Bodie Blue, I don't even know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm not the start of all this. Nice try to blame me. I don't even know who you are.
This started on your live, Laura. That was not defense. What, Bodie Blue? The hate, the because Makeup Mobster went on the truth. Did you see what Leanna was saying to the Hello Starlight in private? No, it was in private. Did you see it, Stephanie Brown? Because it was supposed to be private. That's the kind of sneaky bitch you're playing with, Stephanie. How do you know what Leanna said to Hello Starlight in private?
I agree, Talking Dove. Nothing will get resolved. People want to be understood, not have others just. Defenses are up, and I don't think it will stop unless they just stop talking about each other. But Alexis, I agree with you. We've been saying this for a long time. The point is, stop the core. The core is not me defending. The core is not Makeup Mobster defending. The core is not the truth defending. We're not the problem. The problem is cut the core problem. Mandy Lynn built a channel bashing on me. Marsha built her channel bashing on me. That's the problem, not me.
Hold on. Stephanie says, did you see what Leanna says to Hello Starlight in private? I said, no, it was private. Then I said, how do you know what they said? Then she says, did I say I knew? Why would you say that, Stephanie Brown? Why would you ask me if I've seen what Leanna has said to Hello Starlight in private if you haven't seen it? Because you're a hell of a lot closer to Hello Starlight than I am to Leanna. So that tells me you saw their private conversation, Stephanie. Hey, Lady Liv.
Stephanie, you just answered your own question, though. Because if they wouldn't mention me, I wouldn't mention them. Point proven, you. You never really mentioned me, and guess what? I never really mention you. It's a very easy concept. If they didn't talk about me, I wouldn't talk about them. But because they're always talking about me, I'm going to defend myself and talk about them. Got to understand that. And the people that don't talk about me, I don't talk about them.
Court, please stop arguing with Stephanie Brown. We're not arguing. We're having a conversation.
I'm not arguing with Stephanie.
She's a good person. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But you can't call it arguing, Cork, when it's just a conversation.
Cork, and you know what? I'm a good person too. But that doesn't mean people aren't going to talk shit. Marianne and crew bashing on Makeup Mobster has been on display for weeks, if not months. I agree, Happy 3.
Yeah. But to come back and say, hello, Starlight is hurt because of what Leanna did. What about Leanna being hurt for what Hello Starlight did?
Exactly.
She went on Molly's panel while Leanna is getting drugged to high heavens. Now, I can promise you, if I'm sitting on a panel that is dragging Laura, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, that's my friend. I'm not participating. See you later. Bye. And you know what Hello Starlight says? Oh, well, I can't. Leanna, I can't control
What does this taste like?
what people say. What's
Just
in
a
it?
sip. Don't kill it. Just do a sip.
Who's that?
Hold on. My sister's handing me an alcoholic beverage, wanting to know what it tastes like. It tastes like Fireball and Big Red. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's supposed to taste like a cinnamon roll, but they're saying it tastes like the little red cinnamon candy.
No, I think you got it wrong. I think the cinnamon roll is like root beer and Fireball or
No,
something.
it said cream soda.
Oh, well, that tastes like Fireball and Big Red. Okay, I just did a taste test on an alcoholic beverage.
What's up, sister?
Like I said, I think everybody's feelings are hurt when it comes to, well, not everybody. My feelings ain't hurt because who won at Domino's? I was winning when they went to bed, Lovable Rogue. That's why they all went to bed, because I was winning. Joking. We can't, I'm not going to sit here and say that Marianne's feelings are more valid than Makeup Mobsters. I can't do that. I can't. I can't validate somebody's feelings. I can tell you that the only person I've ever seen Makeup Mobster go at was MGL. Now, do I follow Makeup Mobster around? Nope. But she had every right to go at MGL. And don't worry, Cork, this is not going to be a bash MGL fest because I know you like her. But they've had their differences, and Leanna has gone after Marissa, just like Marissa has come after Leanna. That is the only person I've ever seen Makeup Mobster go after.
In all defense, though, from where Makeup Mobster was in February or March, as compared to where she is now, she's come a long way with Marissa. People are not giving her the credit because back in March, she wouldn't even be in a live with her. She would not even fuck with her. Now, at least, I've seen Marissa on panels where Makeup Mobster is in the crowd, in the chat, which is, she's come a long way. Doesn't mean she has to be besties, but I've seen where she can be civil if Marissa's on panel as compared to back in February when she couldn't. People aren't giving her enough credit. Even though she's not talking to me, meaning Makeup Mobster, she hasn't answered anything. But she really has come a long way. And people are making it out like she's the same way she was back in February, and she's not at all.
Yeah. But as soon as she
civil around Marissa, and they're not giving her credit for that.
But as soon as she reached out to you, because for months these people ran back to Marissa, forgave her for everything, and Makeup Mobster didn't have a problem with it. It didn't mean she liked Marissa, but you didn't see Makeup Mobster running around saying, "I can't believe you're all talking to that bitch." You know, she kept her mouth shut. This has nothing to do with Molly, but that's what they all want to say. Is that Leanna's just mad because they forgave Molly. No, you're all just mad because Leanna called you out on your bullshit. Because if you're going to forgive one, you got to forgive the others. That's why you're mad.
I agree.
And when she went on your panel that day, Laura, that was the icing on the cake. That's where they started running with, oh my God, she's friends with Laura. No, because she went on a panel doesn't make somebody best friends. And that's when the real trolling and real coming at her started, is when she went on your panel.
Mhm.
And that's what they just meant in this chat when they said it started on your panel, Laura. Because not because Makeup Mobster said or did anything out of the way, but because she went on your panel is when she started getting trashed.
I agree the first time. And then the second time was even worse. That's when figure skating coach came in the second time.
No. I know. It's all I'm telling you, that is a mean girl mentality club over there. They say mean, vile things. They talk about my vagina, and it's all fun and games. I bet Ash274 tried to scold Makeup Mobster 6 times last night in that chat about a vagina comment she made or allegedly made. But as long as it's my vagina being talked about, oh, it's just funny. Because, oh, hello, Starlight said it. It was just funny. But Makeup Mobster says one, and Ash274 has the nerve to call her vile and disgusting. Get it the fuck out of here, Ash274.
I don't even know why Ash is on this hate campaign against the Makeup Mobster. Like, I really don't. I don't see where she did anything to Ash.
Because she doesn't like you.
Still.
Jennifer Lynn wants to get up on a way to Marcia, and then Marcia has got the nerve to say that my comment was the most vile. She wants to get up on a panel and cry because I made a comment about her ex. But let's not forget all the comments Jennifer Lynn runs around dropping everywhere. But she's just so sweet, and her comments are just fun. But let me clap back, and all hell breaks loose.
That's what I'm saying. You can't clap back to these people. As long as you clap back, you're the bad one. I've been living it for almost a year now. No, clapping back doesn't make you the bad one.
Well, I'll continue to be the bad one then. Because if you're going to continue to go into chats and run your mouths, then I'm going to continue to call you out.
Mm-hmm.
And I fully expect that to happen to me. So I'm not sitting here saying that I can't take whatever I dish out, because I definitely can. But I don't go into chats and just randomly start speaking disgusting on people who's not even the topic of the damn program. But they do. They can't keep your name out of their mouth, Laura. It's impossible. So when they got bored with you for a minute, they came after me. When they got bored with me for a minute, they went after Makeup Mobster. Who's going to be their next victim? Probably figure skating coach, but I'll let her figure that one out on her own.
Nah. Ash, but Makeup Mobster, can you see my comments? You have to. I'm a mod. You should be able to see them.
I don't think she has you blocked anyways.
Oh, because she's ignoring everything I write.
Well, I mean, there's
rogue.
240 something people in here. It's probably just.
I sent her a link.
Oh.
See, you guys owe me. I've kept Tracy on super long.
Yeah, my sister keeps coming in saying, "Who are you talking to? You are crazy." I was like, "I'm talking to 240 people." And out of the 240, I would say 200 of them are total strangers, because I only see about 40 people chatting.
See, you guys love me. I kept her on super long. Let's get her another 20 minutes.
Like I said, if you're going to continue to talk shit about people, you're going to get shit talked about you. It's just the way it is. Get over it, ladies.
Nashville's got to stay. Here's the link.
How are you dropping links? How are you dropping links?
Because I'm cool like that.
That probably ain't even my link. You're probably going to send her to somebody else's live.
I'm not going up. I got things to go. Oh, come on.
Well, I mean, it is Christmas time.
That's right, because I have a green button. That's why.
Oh my God. We're never going to live down that freaking green button.
Nope. And by the way, guys, just so you know, if you see like a gaming live, it's probably Dayton because I got to keep up gaming on it. So like 2 or 3 days a week, I'm going to have Dayton do some gaming while I'm cleaning. So just so you guys know, you're going to see it.
Hello, Eric Aqua.
You have a red button, but you don't have a cool green button.
I have a panic button. That's it.
I haven't even started rapping yet. Exactly. What's more important than YouTube? You tell them, Mac and Cheese.
I don't know, baking cookies and wrapping presents and
I'm not mad. Oh, I'm mad. I can't get a green color. Have to fire up computer. Yeah, I don't know if you can do it on a cell, but it should be right near Super Chat. Blink said the same thing. He was having trouble with it.
no, it's not by super chat, it's by subscribe. I think.
It's by subscribe, or you can even go to my channel and just hit join.
Yeah, that's where it is. It's by that. So Makeup Mobster's not going to come up. She's got things to do. I totally get it. I'm totally ignoring my family right now. So,
YouTube's more important, like Mac and Cheese said.
yeah. Well, actually, my family's hanging pictures or something because I hear some banging going on. But, guys, I am going to get off here. Oh, wait a minute. It's Unitonka. How in the hell did I get Unitonka?
Where?
Waiting to get in here.
Tell her to come on.
What if she's the hairy butt bandit?
No, she's not. She's just a racist. Or she cries racist to everybody.
What if, okay, what if this is the hairy butt bandit?
Tell her to
Samara,
type in chat.
Samara says, don't do it.
I don't see her back here.
No, she's waiting. I see her right below me.
Oh, I see it. I see her in chat. Hold on. Prove it's you. What word did I call that you freaked out months ago? If it's really Unitonka, she'll know.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you. No offense, Unitonka. I'm trying to get off here. Not have people I don't even know up here. I don't know who the hairy butt bandit is, Banana Bicycle Seed. It's still up for grabs.
I can tell you she's got it right. It's the real Unitonka. I don't know what she wants up here, but it's the real Unitonka. Otherwise, she wouldn't have known that.
Oh, good God. Unitonka, can I? Oh, God. Go ahead. You're on, Unitonka. I think she's getting ready to show us her ass or something. I got a bad feeling about this.
She's on mute.
If a hairy ass comes up, I'm going to be so bummed.
Yeah, she's muted.
I didn't mute her.
No, she's muted, though. She's got to unmute.
It says you can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves.
So just knock her out, then. I am starting trouble. Now, so what happened was, I'll tell you the story so you guys even know. Way back when, I believe it was on Diane's panel back in January, February, March, April, somewhere around there. And Unitonka had just come into the scene. Nobody really knew who she was. It was the first time I ever met Wendy. I
still don't know who she is.
Was there. I make them out. For some reason, I want to say you were there. And someone was telling me about Jeffree Star, and I had no idea who Jeffree Star was. And I was like, who's Jeffree Star? And somebody said, oh, he's a guy and he does makeup. I said, oh, he's transvestite. That started this whole fucking nightmare. And I mean, I didn't know technical terms. I didn't know who was who. You remember that, Mac? I didn't know who was who or what proper wording was to say, and it started this whole fucking like Wendy was like, everybody hates you now, blah blah blah. I said, I don't know, and then they found out who Una Tonka really was, and Diane totally stuck up for me. Like, look, she did not know, and you know, we didn't know technical how things were supposed to be said, and it was crazy. And now she's like always bashing people, but yeah, it was crazy. I've told you, think before you speak. I didn't know.
Are you reading her comments? Because she must have me blocked because I don't see her comments.
She's not writing in chat, no.
Oh.
Hey, Eric. I remember that perfectly, Laura. That was when you were on panel together. Yeah, she like freaked out. Remember that? Yeah, I was like, it's all right. I didn't know. John, you find comments, you find negativity in everything I say and do. It is unreal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
no idea who he was. Yeah, but Anita, I didn't know who he was. I had no idea who he was. Robbie is live. Lyman called his job. No shit.
All right, we got to go over and check out Robbie. Thank you, Robbie. Saved by Robbie. Guys, I'm getting off of here. I appreciate you coming into my stream. For those of you all that I don't see or talk to before the holidays, I want to wish you good holidays. I also will be doing my Christmas morning stream. For those that don't have anybody to hang out with, I'm going to hang out with you for a little bit. So you want to go watch Robbie, support Robbie, head on over to Robbie's. In the meantime, Merry Christmas. Laura, I'll talk to you in a little bit. And again, thank you guys for supporting my stream. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you around the tube.
Love you guys.
Bye,
See
guys.
you later.